Meow. And I started another one when Jordan was live streaming. That's been known to happen. No, doesn't look like it, but I don't know. Maybe they're just getting tired of us. What do you think? People getting tired of us? Hi, Nancy. Yeah, man, almost 2 minutes in before I get my first comment. I thought that Jordan was live streaming or something. Yeah, I had to go look because sometimes I forget to do that, and all of a sudden, nobody comes on here, and I was wondering if Jordan was live streaming. I guess we got a few people popping in here now. Just must have caught you off guard. Yeah, no, I'm looking. He's not on, so if he was, it would be, I don't know if we can get it so there's no glare on there, but yeah, he's not on, so usually like in the first couple seconds, you'll get one or two people popping on there, and it got up to three, and then it went back down to one again. So you never know. Cooking lunch and watching the rain in Oklahoma. Yeah, we're supposed to get a little rain today too. Although I'm looking at the radar, I'm not really seeing. It seems to be kind of moving around us, which it always seems to do. I don't know. Seems to be wherever I move, the rain seems to avoid. I don't know. We'll see. We might get some good rain here. I'm also kind of hoping that we don't get interrupted here. It was kind of funny this morning. We had a couple of power failures around here, and I was a little worried that was going to happen. It turns out the maintenance guys are finally getting to the point where they're trying to fix up that series of buildings next door that got knocked out on the power when we had that fire here, last year, 5 months ago. Yeah, they're finally getting back to looking into getting the power going on that. And that was what was going on. The guy kept turning the power on and off. And we had like two little brief power outages here during that. Now, he said he didn't think he was going to do any more of those today, but he might hit another one tomorrow. So I don't know. Yeah, I hope we get a little thunder and lightning here. Like I said, it does look like there's a kind of a cell that's going to blow in here, but it looks like to me like it's going to maybe go a little west of us. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. It seems to be really good at missing me. So gonna get the weed and feed out, and yeah, probably not a good day to do that when it's raining. It's sunny in Minnesota. Wow, it's not sunny here. It's all overcast and kind of rainy. Yeah, I got the windows open, so if it rains, we'll definitely hear it. Maybe it'd be nice to get a little thunder and lightning here. Like I said, so long as it doesn't knock out the power. If you suddenly see me go off the screen, then you know what happened. Hi, Sharon. How's Houston today? So exciting to be out in the sun. I wouldn't know. I really honestly wouldn't. We'll say the bite knocked the power out. Yeah, it's getting funny with these daily live streams now. For the last 20 or 30 minutes before I started, this bite's been following me around going meow, meow, meow. It's like, okay, he knows that he wants to have the live stream so he can get some kitty treats. And even Nibbles down here wandering around, pacing around real crazy. She's about to pop out right there. She's got this weird way she goes around the backside of the chair, and I know when I see her disappear behind the chair over there that she's gonna pop out here in a second. Okay, that's it for a while. See, that shows how much they love me. The second I put the lid back on the kitty jars, they're all gone. Well, it's a rare thing kind of around this time of the year, but I mean, it gets sunny in Minnesota. I know I've been there many times. Yeah, I'm guessing the whole state right now is a little bit overcast. Yeah, you're right, Kathy. My training is coming along very well. Yeah, that's true. It is. They know now that every day that I get on here and that I'm doing anything around the couch, that means it's kitty treat time. And somebody said, I think yesterday, that these guys are going to have a big problem when I go back to work in a couple days. They're not going to know what to do. I just fired a text off to my boss today, letting him know that I'm 12 days or whatever it is into this quarantine and have no symptoms yet. So told them I'm looking forward to coming back to work on Thursday, and they said we're looking forward to having you back. So it's all good so far. I guess that means also that they haven't shuttered themselves. Yeah, I know. We're getting to see Nibble a lot these days, aren't we? She's kind of learning the routine. Even right before I started up the live stream, Bite was sitting here staring at me, going meow meow meow. Yeah, you're right. I probably should be wearing something protective just in case we do get like snakes out there. But I don't know. It's probably one of those lessons I'll have to learn the hard way. Well, I'll get greeted at the door when I get home, or something else will happen. When Jordan was here a few months ago, he bought just a little bag of dog food for Jaw when he was here, and for a while it was sitting on the floor over there next to the front door, and these guys bit holes in the bag so they could eat the dog food out of the bag. That's the way they are. I mean, I've never heard of a cat that would eat dog food. It's usually the other way around. They usually have to make cat food way more flavorful than dog food because cats are such finicky eaters. Yeah, these guys will eat dog food. Hiking boots, yeah, hiking boots, and maybe like chaps too. You know, that's what they wore. What the cowboys used to wear. I'm like the worst person for this too because when I go out on those hikes, I'm on tennis shoes and short pants. You had a cat that helped himself to rabbit food. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. Would you eat rabbit food? You'd probably eat anything, wouldn't you? Anything you get your paws on, huh? Yeah, I guess I kind of just justify what's going on, with the hiking just by saying I'm keeping my eyes open and not walking around in big, tall, knee-high tall grass or anything like that. Stay on a trail, keep your eyes open. You had two cats and a dog, and they all ate dog food, huh? Wow. Yeah, I guess it's just depending on how finicky of an eater they are. And considering these guys started off their life hunting and eating bugs in my yard, that's cat food, dog food, rabbit food. It's all a step up from there. And you can tell these guys have never missed any meals, right? Not even close. I'm sure snakes don't want to be around people either, but sometimes it's just a defense mechanism that makes them strike. Okay, well, I guess that's news to me. Cats will eat dog food. I mean, I found out the hard way with these guys, but now he's giving everyone his formal pose here. I guess all that fat is too much for those front legs to keep up, so down he goes. Right? Yeah, we're talking about you. We're laughing at how fat you are, because you are. You know that, right? You're a big tub of lard. Am I getting sick? No, I'm sometimes a little congested in the morning. It happens. Just takes me a little while to blow all that out. Wouldn't you hear them if they were rattlesnakes? Well, see, the problem what you run into is if you sneak up on a rattlesnake and they don't know that you're there. Their first instinct may be to strike rather than rattle. And it isn't all rattlesnakes here. There are other species of snake that are supposedly dangerous too. Somebody posted something on the Facebook page, I think just yesterday, telling people to be careful when wandering around the bluebonnets because the snakes like the bluebonnets too. And it's got the picture of this field of bluebonnets and these two like copperhead snakes poking their head out. Definitely wouldn't want to run into that. see if we can find that here. Yeah, there it is right there. Yeah, that's not the kind of thing you want to find when you're out wandering around looking at bluebonnets. But I guess that happens. At least it happened once here. So wouldn't want that to happen. Yeah, I don't even know if jeans would be enough to stop a snake. You almost got to have like the leather leggings. But you're right, they can strike pretty fast. Hi, Sally. How you doing? Was that real? I don't know. I mean, you never can really trust anything you see on the internet, but it looked real. Although, it's pretty easy to do that with Photoshop these days. So, how's everyone occupying themselves today? Trying to keep yourself busy? Anyone going back to work? Wellington boots go. Yeah, I don't know if I'm someone that's going to look good with knee-high boots. So that's something that kind of I think looks a little bit more normal on a woman or dominatrix. Cooking and reading books. That sounds like a good day. Yeah, I'm not even sure what I'm going to do today because we're supposed to be getting some rain today. So I've been doing a lot of going out and kind of outdoorsy kind of vlogs, just kind of helping people see what's seeing that the world is still going on out there. And I don't know with the rain or the threat of rain, I don't know if that's going to be much of an option. It's supposed to be raining right now, but it doesn't really look like it is yet. Yeah, I went over to the grocery store today just to pick up a couple things. It looks like they're finally getting to the point where people are either discontinuing the hoarding, or at least they're not hoarding as fast as the store can restock their shelves. It's still very hard to get toilet paper over there, but I saw some paper towels out there today. Canned soup is still a hot commodity, but there were a few things out there. But a lot of the shelves are starting to get restocked again. Oh, congratulations, Sally. Yeah, I know how that feels. Being unemployed for a long time and then finding somebody and knowing that they want you right away. Yeah, that's really what happened with me too. I couldn't believe it, because they got back to me like in a day or two. And I felt really good about that job interview too when I got done with it. I got out of there and it's like that really went really well. And I had a rapport with the person I was interviewing with. And although I got to admit, every job interview I've gone into, I thought was a good one. I thought I went out of it and had a good interview. But I don't know, that one really just kind of felt like the place. And so I was so happy when I got that one. So yeah, I know exactly how you're feeling, Sally. It's it's a terrific feeling. It makes your day, it makes your week. Hell, I'm kind of still flying high from the job I got. What do you think, Nibble? Oh, Nibble's running away now. She was right there a second ago, and the second I turned the computer, she walked over there. Now she's looking out the window here. See, she must see a bird or something. Yeah, there's nothing like finally becoming productive. What do you think, Bite? Is it a good thing that Sally got a job? Hmm? Yeah, I think it is. What about you, Nibble? Good thing that Sally got a job? You got something to say to Sally? Yeah, there we go. Got her talking a little bit here. Oops. Sorry, Nibble. That was my fault. I dropped that one. Then it went under the chair or went under the sofa, and she had to kind of reach under there with her paw to get it. Yeah, if you wouldn't go for the finger, I wouldn't be so leery about giving it to you. Yeah, Nibble is a sweetie. Wow, thank you, Kenny. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. You know, I'm just kind of coming on here and doing my thing, and kind of trying to keep everyone occupied here. So appreciate all the help. And Mike's over there hiding behind the chair right now. So cloudy and cooler here. Tornadoes on Saturday night. That sounds Saturday night tornadoes. They're the best, aren't they? I guess they are as long as you don't have to experience them. It's starting to rain a little bit out there. Either that or the cats are getting into something. But it sounds like a little bit of rain right now. Probably just a little bit. I saw there was like a little bit of a storm thing coming in here. Oh yeah, we're gonna probably get a little bit of rain in the next 20 minutes or so. You'll probably end up hearing a little bit of that. I actually like it when it's a little bit cooler out and when it's a little stormy out, so I don't ever have a problem with that. Thought I heard a little bit of thunder too. Maybe we'll get a little thunderstorm coming in here. Yeah, I can kind of hear it rumbling across the sky right now. The lightning at the end of my vlog was cool. I don't remember which one that was. It must have been. There's been a couple of them. I think there was one I did like a week or 10 days ago where we had some where I just kind of pointed the camera at the sky and caught some sheet lightning and stuff like that. I love getting stuff like that, and get someplace where I can, set the camera up and just see what I catch. I probably ought to post my videos, full high def, not just the dimensions, but 75 frames a second, because I bet you 75 frames a second would really catch the lightning strikes. They're making masks for first responders. That's a worthy thing to do. And sewing your little heart out. That's a great thing to do. Right now because we need that. I heard that guy from the My Pillow company, Mike Lindell, has been retrofitting his place to make masks too. And I guess he's just whipping them out by the millions. Well, I guess when it's cold and rainy and windy and all that, that just encourages people to stay in. So that's probably a good thing too. I think it's gonna get worse before it gets better, but it will get better at some point. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what effect my company may have, on that. It's possible. I wouldn't have an objection to that. I'm not sure exactly if the product that we manufacture would be translated across to something else, but I would bet you that there are things that we could do. Like I said, it would all be very, very clear if I could tell you exactly what it was I'm doing for my job. Then you'd say, "Oh yeah, I see, I totally get where he's going with that." But yeah, I thought I heard some more lightning, but that just may have been Nibble upstairs dragging something across the floor. Yeah, not sure if that was thunder or if that was an airplane. Could be either. Well, Bite, do you have something to say? You're not even coming on camera now. You're usually sitting up here for us, not hiding over there behind the lazy boy. Not really sure what I'm going to do for a video today. Uh, I don't know. We'll just may just end up talking. I don't know. We'll figure something out. People always say they love seeing the kitties, but you're seeing so much of them now on the live streams that you're probably bored of them by now. Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. I love it when it's cloudy and rainy, especially in the spring. For that very reason, it brings the flowers out more, and that's what's going to make that super bloom just really go crazy is when it does start, you know, when it does finally start speeding up because of all the rain we're getting. Because we're getting a lot of rain right now. I mean, not this very instant, but you know, these last few weeks there's been a bunch of rain, so I guess that's where all the humidity is going to come this summer. Yeah, I'm asking too, which video? I'm sure I saw it because I kind of watch that channel, see what's going on. Oh, is that the Bee Gees one? Let's see, that is, right? Yeah. Not gonna put that on here though, because I'll get a copyright hit. Yeah, the Bee Gees doing a I guess a coronavirus one to the song "Staying Alive." Yeah, my sleep pattern's a little jacked up too. I'm sleeping in later in the day than I usually do. That's good. And unfortunately, that's going to make it much more of a transition when I have to start being up at 5 in the morning to go to work. Staying alive. Yeah, I never really was into the Bee Gees. Just not for me. Yeah, I go back on Thursday. Thursday's the first day of the week for me here. Sorry, I'm seeing that Bee Gees video running on my phone in the background. It's distracting. So yeah, looking forward to it. I contacted my boss this morning and via text and told him that I'm still symptom free, looking forward to coming back. And they said they're looking forward to having me back. So double score. I guess they like me. Guess they're going to keep me. But it's a short week this week, so it's just going to be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then I have a short weekend next week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then I got to be back on Wednesday again. So that's how it works. You work a short week, then you get a short weekend, then you work the long week, and then you get a long weekend. Oh yeah, there's a little thunder. Did you hear that? Yeah, a lot of companies and content owners are doing something like that to for people when they're locked in. Oh yeah, here comes the rain now. Yeah, I'll start hearing it now. Yeah, it's even freaking out Bite a little bit. Oh yeah, it's coming down pretty good right now. You hear that? And just like that, the sky opens up. I like having the window open when it's rainy out, bringing all that, bringing the sound in. As long as it's not too cold, and it's not too cold today, so it's a nice day. Nice day to have the windows open. Can you guys hear all that? That's too bad. I wish you could hear it. I wish I could mic up this laptop and put a mic out there and let you hear that. Hi, Paul. How you doing? Is it raining over there? Actually, sounds like it's winding down already, but that's okay. It might just be one of those on again, off again things. Hi, Joey. How you doing? Yeah, we just say we're having a little rainstorm right now. You have to run your AC because of the humidity. Yeah, sometimes that happens. Your mom complained about your enchilada casserole being too soupy. Oh, that's no good. I hate it when that happens. An overcast. Now it's coming. Now the sun's coming out in northeast Texas. Well, it looks like the storms that are blowing through here are headed your way, so that may not last long. Yeah, I'm sure my company has thought about that too, and I'm sure they're doing everything they can, and if we're called upon, I'm sure we'll do what we can too. You feel like you know what being under house arrest is. You don't have to wear an ankle monitor though, so you don't fully understand what it is. You got to wear that ankle monitor before you really truly understand what house arrest is. And I keep hearing ruffling upstairs. Picking up 88, 85 channels with your antenna. That's cool. Is that TV or do you have like a ham radio setup or something like that? Oh yeah, getting right into the busy part of it now. So yeah, hopefully we'll get a little more rain here. Did I ever find my worm from yesterday? No, I don't know where the worm went. But considering the fact the cats eat dog food, they may have eaten the worm too. He may just be hiding here somewhere too. I don't know. Probably should have brought him outside while I had him, just so he have a chance to survive. Because I'm sure he's out looking for something to eat, and there's probably nothing to eat in here. So there's nothing that a worm would like. Okay, so you're picking up TV channels with your antenna. 85 is pretty good then. What are you doing? Picking up Houston and Austin and Dallas and Fort Worth and all that? I guess that's one of the things that you can kind of count on here with it being so flat and all that. Actually, I think the video that goes up tonight is me walking around downtown Waco, showing how everything is kind of shut down because of that. So that'll be that'll be your cue on that. But yeah, it's had a profound effect around here. I knew that when I drive around my apartment here that I'd see a lot fewer cars on the road, but it was stunning how bare things were in Waco, in downtown. You have lots of leftover casserole, and then you give me an emoji of a worm. Does that mean you want me to give you my worm for the casserole? Because honestly, that doesn't sound very appetizing to me. Now I'm kind of a prude when it comes to things like that, but I try and avoid eating bugs. Hi, Maria. Welcome back. Got the condensation on the glass here, dripping all over the place here. I thought it was. Oh well. Yeah, it looks like the rain is supposed to go right over us right now, but kind of seems to be petering out a little bit. Makes me wonder how accurate that weather radar thing is. You know, maybe it's late or something. Yeah, even Bite and Nibble have abandoned me here. Even they're bored. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm doing a whole bunch of the the outdoorsy stuff, especially the stuff about the wildflowers. So you're going to kind of get to see that at various stages. And yeah, we'll see what happens when we start you know restarting our society again. I think we're going to bounce back pretty quick. Our society is strong. We just we tend to panic and overreact sometimes to things that maybe don't deserve that level of panic or overreaction. Yeah, I suppose it is hard to get home help scheduled these days. Nobody wants to come in and be potentially exposed. Yeah, you're right, Joey. I might have to reevaluate things if I get to the point where it's like bugs or nothing. To get to that point, I'd be wishing that the cricket infestation from last October kicked in again. You took leave from work. Your son had a kidney transplant. That's no good. But yeah, it's probably a good idea to stay away from people as much as possible during all of that. Yeah, you're right. I bet you if I shook the kitty treats, they'd be back down here in a second. Let's try. That should be enough to have been heard everywhere in the apartment. I don't know. I was thinking Gurmit's was funnier. Like I say, I love actually spell checking errors or autocorrect errors because honestly, they're often funnier than what was originally supposed to be posted. Yeah, I don't know. That didn't seem to bring them down. Maybe they don't hear it or something. Oh, there's Bite. Hey, Bite, how are you, buddy? I guess that's proof that the stomach is more powerful than fear, huh? You gonna come up and visit? Hmm? I got the camera angled so everyone can see you on your perch, and now you're down on the ground. Come on up and visit. He still doesn't like all the sounds from outside. He hears noise out there and he turns and stares at the window. Not sure what to think. Well, we'll see if he wants to come up and visit us. Yeah, there's the buddy. We'll force him into the shot, even if he doesn't want to be here. Hmm. You could at least look at them. Well, let them see your pretty face. He's not really one for being held, and so he gets fidgety very quickly. Wants to get out of here. Yeah, that's true. You ignore them and they're all over the place. But as I was saying earlier in this vlog, when I was, in the 20 minutes before I started doing this, he was following me around and meowing at me, wanted me to start the live stream here. And now that I've done it, now he goes and hides. Now he's found the kitty brush too. That's like his favorite thing in the world after the kitty treats. I don't know if you can see, but he actually put his paw on the thing to stabilize it. He's holding the thing with his paw. Come on over here and let him see you a little bit. Yeah, that's just your favorite thing ever, isn't it? Like I said yesterday, if they could make a cat brush made out of kitty treats, you'd be like in kitty heaven. You brush it, and then you eat it, and you get brushed by it some more, and your dad is in hospice care. A nurse comes weekly and leaves, sprays some kind of sanitizing spray on herself. Okay, well, yeah, when my dad was in hospice for the couple days he was there, uh, well, he was just in the hospital, so they visited him all the time. But yeah, they were doing everything they could to try and control everything that's going on right now. Hi, Buckle Bunny. How are you? He comes up and headbutts me here. You got like drool all over your whiskers, dude. Come on, let's clean your whiskers off. One of the things you run into with these guys when they get as big as they do, as this guy does, uh, that his jowls, whenever he shakes his head, he ends up spraying saliva all over the place, which is really kind of gross. Yeah, I know they keep extending the shutdown. I hope that the economy's bounces back quickly because we're going to drive a whole bunch of these companies out of business by not allowing them to do business during this whole thing. I think basically rather than the government coming in and saying, every business has to shut down, it ought to be kind of on a case by case basis. Explain what the situation is and allow companies to do what they have to mitigate the problem and still stay in business because we're gonna have a lot of suffering if we destroy our economy too. but who knows? Hey, why do you keep headbutting my arm, huh? I don't know. It seems like they wasted a whole bunch of money on that stimulus. If you're going to do the stimulus, then do the stimulus. But why are we funding the Kennedy Center? Why are we, strengthening private sector unions? Why are we doing, all sorts of things that have nothing to do with coronavirus? That's one of the things I wish we could do is just get to the point where, both sides would agree that, hey, it's an emergency. Let's write a bill and focus just on the emergency, not all the things from our own personal wish list that we'd like to have. It's not just liberals though; it's both sides. They both sides do that. And did you hear that the Kennedy Center, right after finding out they were going to get what $25 million in stimulus, they announced to all their musicians that they aren't getting paychecks now for the time being. So, why? But it's not just Pelosi. Republicans voted for it. The entire Senate went for it. It's I don't know. It just seems if they're going to put $2 trillion into relief, that best thing to do would be to get that money into the hands of businesses and tell businesses, please keep paying your people while things are down, and then we'll get through this. Yeah, well, that's it. That's the first thing that should be on one of these stimulus things. I generally kind of am against stimulus things to begin with because I don't think the government should be getting into that kind of stuff. But if you are going to do something, you know, make sure you're asking the question that Jan says: is it essential? Is that essential right now that we do that? Is it essential right now that we support the Kennedy Center? Is it essential right now that we try and crack down on airlines and their emissions? No, that has nothing to do with stimulating the economy. I don't know. That's just me, but whatever. Yeah, exactly. 96 to nothing in the Senate. Not one of them. I mean, not one of them voted against it. And I mean, there's some people that I really like in terms of being fiscally responsible in the Senate, and not one of them said no. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not planning on flying anytime soon because you're right. The prices of airline tickets are about to go way up. Yeah, I don't like flying either. If I wouldn't if I didn't have to, but last 6 months, last 8 months, I've had to fly so much. I'm just kind of glad it's over now. That was actually sort of what made a lot of this move really difficult because I had a certain amount of money I'd allocated to doing the move and supporting myself, and the fact that I had to fly back and forth to California like every month since last summer, has really taken a big chunk out of that money. It isn't just the airline tickets, which is probably $500 round trip, but then, I got to park my car at the airport, and that's a couple $100, and you got to take Uber back and forth from the airport in California, and that's a couple $100. It just adds up after a while. I'd rather drive if I could too, but driving to California, that just isn't really an option at this point. But see, that's what, you're right. A clean bill, no support. Yeah, I know that. And that should offend every American, that there are politicians that actually need to be bribed to do their job. That should offend all of us, and that should be a deal killer when it comes to be getting reelected. You'd think that their opponent would come in and say, hey, you remember that coronavirus bill that you had to be given money for your state before you'd even support it? Yeah, that's a good reason why you shouldn't get reelected. But unfortunately, that's where we are right now, and that's why I think that there should be term limits on all elected offices. You know, you need to encourage people to think about getting in, doing something that's important to them, and then getting out. And it would benefit society so much if politicians got into public office for a while and then had to go back and live under the laws that they create. Because those politicians, whenever they create a law, they exempt themselves from it. And so, when it was healthcare, universal healthcare, they don't want that. It's fine for us, but they still get their Cadillac plan through the government, and it's hard for you to understand the plight of the people you serve if you don't ever get around your people, and it's both sides too. It isn't just one political party. They both do this. But term limits would be a good thing. Yeah, exactly. It was never supposed to be lifelong. Where did Bite go? He's right here. She's just not used to him because he's not sitting up here. I do gotta say, I do like the gas prices. That's nice being able to fill up the car for less than $20.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I filled up mine just a few days ago for 20. That was a 13-gallon tank I filled up. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, looks like we're kind of getting out of it, but there's another wave of it coming in. So it's going to kind of slow down to a trickle for a little while, and then looks like there's another one after that, maybe a third one building after that. So I don't know. Hope it keeps coming. I like it when it rains. Yeah, I appreciate everyone who's told me what the red flowers are. I guess I should have known that too, because we had Indian paintbrush in California too. Anyone that has anxiety right now, just look at Bite. Yeah, the only thing you got to worry about is when the kitty treat's coming next. Scratch your lower jawbone and you're in heaven. Yeah, I don't have to do it very often either. I don't have to fill up gas very often either, especially when I work and live so close to my work and my my home are so close to each other. And it's going to be better when I move because it's going to be half the distance then. So at least that's what I'm hoping. I want to find a house in one particular area, and if I do, it'll be a couple miles to work. On nice days, I might be able to ride my bike. I feel sorry for celebrities having to quarantine in their pools. Yeah, I know. It's such a hard life. Hello. I was trying to figure out what the PU/DEL meant. I thought at first it was a typo, but then I saw you used it twice. It's pickup and delivery. Okay, pickup and delivery, deliver linen for a nonprofit. Yeah, yeah. I bet you that's not a lot of fun right now, delivering stuff like under those circumstances. Yeah, I was noticing that too. I went to the local HEB today, and I noticed that we're getting the shelves restocked now. One of the things I love is when I can find I love eating Honey Nut Cheerios, and I haven't been able to find Honey Nut Cheerios on the shelf for a couple of weeks now, and I saw that on the shelf today for the first time. So that was kind of my symptom, my sign that things are getting better. Yeah, that's funny too because yeah, you mentioned in England they call them a ginger cat, not an orange cat, and it's funny because before I worked at Disneyland, I worked at a company that manufactured machines that make compact discs, and the the person who was kind of the manager of manufacturing in the facility was an English transplant, and one day I actually brought the cats into work just because it was kind of a bring your pet to work kind of day kind of thing, and some people wanted to see them and all that. And he referred to them as ginger. He referred to Nibble as a ginger cat too, which I thought was kind of interesting. That's kind of reminded me of that when Kathy said that. Right? I guess Home Depot does have stuff like. I guess I wouldn't have thought of toilet paper, but I would think like paper towels and stuff like that because they've got a pretty like healthy cleaning aisle where you can get like cleaning supplies, and I guess I never really thought about toilet paper at Home Depot. You're afraid to eat Raisin Bran cereal. You once ate a stink bug that landed on my peanuts, and it tasted like it smells. Ew, gross. That doesn't sound like fun. That's gross. Yeah, we were just talking about eating bugs earlier. On the plus side, less laundry to do every day. Everybody in their PJs all day. Yeah, yeah. I'd probably be doing that too if I didn't have to go do live streams every day. I mean, I don't know. Would you watch me if I were wearing my underwear? Probably not. I don't even like looking at myself that way. You have your day pajamas and your night pajamas. Okay. You're paranoid about stink bugs right now. Yikes. Hmm. Yeah, I know we should do that. Do two-way videos here. Call them house clothes. Okay. Works for me. Still raining outside, so I'm enjoying that. Loungewear. Yeah, that's another good that's another good term. Yeah, I don't know. I've got to find a little energy because, like I said, when I get done with this live stream, I got to figure out what I'm gonna do for a video today. Haven't heard anything about my mom's insurance yet. We're coming to the end of the month though, so I'm guessing my brother-in-law is gonna have to contact me at some point to make arrangements to get money for the rent because it's my responsibility to do the rent this month for her, and fortunately, I got that money in the house account. And eventually the insurance is going to have to kick in and then we'll get reimbursed for everything. So, I'm not really that concerned about it. It's just, I would just wish they'd get their act together and, know how close I came to saying getting their S together. But this is a family channel here. So we're trying to be a set a good example for people. How's the house hunting going for me? I haven't really done anything in a while yet. We're gonna, I want to, like I said, get things going a little bit, see how the job is working out, and then we'll probably start looking in April. Yeah, I'm gonna go for 2 hours today. I'm kind of doing that a little bit. It turns out it's a little harder to split it up into two parts, into two 1 hour segments, because it's a little bit more of a hassle doing that. So I think kind of what I'm doing now, because the reason for splitting up the live streams was so that people on the other side of the world can get a little chance at it too. And if I keep doing them at like noon every day, then I'm isolating half of the world. And so what I've been doing lately is I'm doing one in the morning and then the next day I'll do one in the evening. And so that's how I'm kind of getting around that. It is a little easier to do the live streams in one shot though. So I don't know. We'll probably do that. I mean, we only got a couple more days of these daily live streams anyway, because Thursday I go back to work. So Wednesday will be the last one until we start going back to doing like weekly ones again. I don't know. We'll play it by ear though. When I get onto my weekend next weekend, I don't know. We'll see what our options are. Big Lots was well supplied the other day. That's good. Yeah, I'll miss you guys too, but I'll continue doing daily videos. It's just say shitting your get together. Yeah, you still got to enunciate that properly because otherwise it'll sound wrong. Right? And I guess it all just depends on how the big lots if they're all if they're all stocked the same way. But it sounds like one of those things is probably one of the places that maybe not everyone thinks to, hey, let's go to Big Lots. They might have something. People think of the grocery store, people think of Costco or Sam's Club. They don't necessarily think of, someplace like Big Lots. It's funny, every time I think of the store Big Lots, there used to be a Big Lots next to me, and for about a 2-week period, the letter L, the lights in the letter L was burned out. And now every time I think of that company, I think of what it looked like on the sign, which was bigots. Used to think that Big Lots was for large people that need lots of stuff, huh? Yeah. You call it garage sailing for food, having to go to 3 places. I know, that's crazy. Yeah. I'm glad I'm going back to work. I'm tired of this. I was tired of not doing anything every day, before I got the job. So I was so happy when I got the job, and then this happened. I do remember Pick and Save. Yeah. Yeah, I hadn't thought about them for a while. Yeah, we got dollar stores around here too, or 99-cent stores. There's a couple of those around here, but I've kind of been in there and haven't really seen anything. In fact, there's like a pharmacy, a big kind of chain pharmacy, like a CVS around here. And actually, I've been having good luck finding stuff there. Not toilet paper, but sometimes, at the peak of it, like Kleenex was difficult to get a hold of, and I could find Kleenex over there pretty easily. So, oh yeah, we used to have Woolworths here too. Dollar stores get one shipment weekly. So you got to find out what that day is and hit them that right afterwards, then, huh? Hi, Jan. How are you? Glad you were able to pop in a little bit. Yeah, I used to go to Montgomery Wards too. There was one of those over the malls that we used to visit. That was one of my mom's favorite places to go. Are you too late? No, no. We're doing a 2-hour one today, and we're just a little past the halfway mark. So, what? You got something to say?
Well,
Yeah, I kind of thought that was the point of the dollar stores, is everything costs a dollar. But now it's funny, you go into the 99-cent store and they'll have things that are like 6.99 or something like that. It's like, this kind of defeats the point, I guess. If everything's supposed to be, 99 cents, then everything should be 99 cents.
well,
You're a little thunder out there, so that's kind of fun. Yeah, I've heard of people doing that too they say it's got to be at least 60% alcohol. Um, I was actually joking I went into a liquor store a couple of days ago and was joking about about that with the person in there, and how, with all the alcohol in here, you ought to be in good shape, in terms of sanitize. And then she pointed out, it's like, yeah, no, it's got to be 60%. And that's right. They don't allow you to make more than 40% alcohol in the States here. So they're right there. Oh, false advertising. Yeah, if they're not selling stuff for $1, you're right. Probably should take it off the sign, huh? Here you can get alcohol to go with food purchases. That's useful. I know, like in the Midwest, there's what they call drive-throughs, where you can drive through and get alcohol without even having to get out of your car. I haven't seen any of those here, but yeah, it's starting to rain a little bit out there right now. I'm going to walk over to the meter and see how much rain we've gotten here. Hang on a second, everyone. Ugh. Yeah, it looks like we're about 1/4 of an inch. So that's nice. Probably not appropriate to walk away from the camera when you're doing a live stream, but whatever. Yeah, I remember the 5 and 10 stores. We call them 5 and dime, but hey, you, what do you think of all this, huh? Oh, yeah, there's another thunderclap. So I think I don't know. Let's see. We've got this next storm blowing in here. Oh yeah, we're getting right to the fun part right now. So let's see what happens. It's going to get a little rainier here now for the next few minutes. I'll laugh. The only place you can find toilet paper is at the liquor store next to the dollar store. Yeah. Yeah, definitely hearing some thunder now, and it's raining a little harder now. The app I use I actually use this just for radar. I use the Weather Channel app for general weather, but for for when I just want to look at the radar, this is an app called My Radar, and it's a free download. I just like it because it's so fast. You call up the app, and within a minute, or within a couple seconds, you're getting full animated video of what's happening with the storm. So I don't know. I like that one. It's got good detail, and it's pretty accurate. Yeah, I didn't think we'd be talking about our favorite apps, but hey, whatever. We'll talk about whatever you want. Yeah, somebody mentioned Joe Diffie yesterday. I'd never heard of him, so I didn't even know who he was, but I did see it on the news this morning. That's sad, but that happens. You behind the couch now, huh? What are you doing? And Joe Diffie, I guess, is a country music star. I'd never heard of him either, but that's okay. Country music isn't my thing. The app I use is called My Radar, and the icon looks like that. That's oops, not that one. Got to touch the screen here. It looks like that. So I like Ambonica soup. I've never even heard of it. So you wish you were going to work instead of working at home. Actually, I'm kind of glad right now I'm not out in the rain. I actually love just having the windows open and listening to the rain outside. You guys got to be starting to hear that now, right? You don't like meatballs, and you wonder if you're weird. If you don't like meatballs, you are weird. No, I haven't watched any of the virtual concerts they've been doing. I've been kind of keeping myself occupied. You know, between the blogging and the live streams, you know, there really hasn't been a lot of time to just you know, do anything you know, for myself. But that's fine. You know, I'm performing a public service, so all of a sudden, Bite just wants to be affectionate, wants to be rubbed here. Instead of coming up for the kitty treats, he's just coming up and rubbing up against my leg here. We've been watching Andrew Lloyd Webber on YouTube. Yeah, come on, you guys got to be able to hear that. It's just pouring out there right now. Yeah, right? You got to be able to hear that. I'm having to shout at the computer monitor here so you can even hear me. Yeah, that's another part of the problem with DC as a lobbyist, definitely. Yeah, I know it does sound sort of like the cats are moving around, but in this case, it isn't. There's only one cat down here, and he's just kind of at my feet and kind of rubbing on my legs every minute here. I don't even know where Nibble is. She's probably up in her closet, up in the shelf upstairs. This guy just wants to be affectionate right now. He's not even begging for the kitty treats. No, he doesn't really seem to be that freaked out about this right now. But we'll give him some kitty treats because he's being so friendly, right? That always overcomes any of the issues of fear. Nibble, are you up there? But then he lunges at me and I end up dropping it. Nibble! You know, when you feel my thumb and forefinger going down your throat, that might be a good sign that maybe you're biting off more than you can chew here. You know what those things look like? They're little. Yeah, as you stick your head in and grab one. Way to social distance, bite. Eat your kitty treats right out of the jar with your mouth. That sounds like a good way to spread germs, right? You're still under curfew, so you don't suppose you'll be doing much. The cat looked at the phone when I shook the kitty treats. Yeah. No, I hear stuff like that all the time too. I'll go and go meow, meow, meow. And everyone's dogs like perk up. So that's just an inside joke for all of you. Everyone who has a dog, yeah, it's intentional. Yeah, it looks like a lot of people are just staying in, which is why you're not seeing, the crowded streets. Like I said, the video that I put up today is me walking around downtown Waco a couple of days ago, and it was like a ghost town. It was crazy, but it was kind of fun because what I did is I took the opportunity to revisit a bunch of the things that I've shown you in Waco in the past 6 months, and just kind of reviewed them all at once. I went and visited. We walked down Austin Street a little bit and saw the Waco Theater. We saw the courthouse. We saw the city hall. We visited the location where that gunfight took place. I went over and visited the the Longhorn statues they have over by the river. I walked over the Waco Suspension Bridge. I went and visited the Doris Miller Monument, and yeah, it was just kind of fun to kind of go see all that stuff in one day. It's amazing how much of that stuff is just all right there in downtown Waco. I think I probably walked about a mile that day and saw all of that stuff. So I hope you enjoy that one. Like I said, I've been trying to do like a bunch of outdoorsy type videos lately, just to kind of help those of you who are locked in and can't get out. They haven't locked us in here, so we can go out and in terms of social distancing, right now the best place to be if you want to social distance is in downtown Waco because there's nobody there. Sometimes I talk here and I lose track of what's going on here, so gotta give me a second to catch up here. Where have all the homeless gone? I don't know. We don't have a really big problem with homeless people here. I think I've seen, two or three homeless people in the entire time I've been here. Yeah, it's coming down pretty good right now. I love the rain, love the sound. I think that's why I like the pond too in the backyard in California because I love to turn on the waterfall and just hear that. Yeah, they got a huge problem with the homeless in California. It's everywhere. That place, it's like you want to talk about an epidemic. That's the epidemic. Listen to that out there. It's crazy. But I just turned the camera on and record 15 minutes of the rainstorm today, and that'll be today's video. Even Bike's wondering where's that all that rain coming from? And it's funny, this is just a little teeny tiny little cell and it's gonna blow through in a couple minutes, if it hasn't already. Yeah, it looks like we're just right in the middle of it right now. Yeah, that sounds awesome, Joey. I would definitely love to have something like that too. That's if I could find some place that had a nice little chunk of land and you know be able to get away from people, like that, that'd be awesome. I'm kind of naturally a hermit anyway, so I guess no vet bills for the tortoise. I don't know. We're gonna have to see what I'm gonna have to do to get her out here. These guys had to go to the vet and get a checkup before they'd even allow them on the airplane. And it was funny because just a couple of days earlier, I had to go to the vet to get them a checkup and get their vaccines. No, but we've been talking about Joe Diffie. Somebody mentioned that yesterday on the live stream, and I didn't even know who he was, but yeah, we did a little bit of we've talked about him a little bit. Oh, come on, everybody. Jordan just stopped in. Somebody's got to say something to him. How's it going being locked in California? I assume you still are, huh? We got a nice little rainstorm going here right now. I'm sure Jordan would love to sing us a few bars, but they've shut down all the bars. And of course, Bite is showing everyone his butt as usual. Yeah, you're right. It does have its advantages, but you're right. Driving 30 miles to the grocery store would probably get a little old after a while. That's sort of why I like Waco is because Waco is is small enough that it's a small town, but big enough that you basically have everything you need. And I think that was what really ultimately attracted me to this place. But the area I'm kind of looking at buying houses in, it's traditional neighborhoods with slightly larger than usual yards. So, you know, and it's all pretty close to stuff. So, the place I'm kind of looking is a couple miles from here, and so even worst case scenario, I could come back to my old HEB, come back to all the stuff that I have around here, and still be in good shape. But I'm guessing I'll just find a new HEB or new stuff in the area. Yeah, and just like that, sounds like the rain's almost over. Jan's not bored, but she wants me to rub the belly, huh? I don't know if you saw the thumbnail on this live stream. That's basically what that was. That was me rubbing the belly. Then is that just a totally contented look on his face, or what? Like rubbing the Buddha, or rubbing Alfred Hitchcock's nose at Universal Studios. I don't think Michael Jordan was around when Jordan was born. I bought a small plot of land for a ranch. What would I name my ranch? I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I did, I'd have to spend some time thinking about that. Yeah, but Michael Jordan wasn't playing, 35, 38 years ago. Every one of you watched Jordan, and that's how most of you found me. So,
Wow. Wow.
rock and roll ranch. Oh man, that's painful. That's almost so painful. I'd almost go with that. See how he puts his paw on my thumb to try and control it. He's just a controller. Okay, that's enough. Yeah. He Bite definitely loves the attention, loves the kitty treats, and he's definitely getting used to these daily live streams. So it's probably going to be the most difficult for him. Roll manner, yeah, that sounds a little stuffy, but it might be your house because it's starting to kind of fizzle out here. Yeah, you're right. I think Jordan wasn't it. I think Jordan did say once that he was named for a Dallas character. I guess there was somebody on there named Jordan Lee. Now that you mention that, I think I do remember hearing that too. I never really watched Dallas that much. I guess I saw it a few times, but and now he's just down there laying on the floor, being very contented. You think he knows his name? Yeah, rain's starting to peter out now. It's almost over. Should be another little storm coming in here, and not for a while, maybe a little bit. Yeah, that's what I remember hearing that now that you mentioned that. What are you looking for, a bite? You see the worm? He's like peering under the lazy boy chair. I think he's probably just looking for kitty treats. Yeah, talking about Jordan in the third person. You love the rain, makes you unmotivated, and all you want to do is watch old black and white movies and drink coffee. But doesn't drinking the coffee make you motivated again? Yeah, I might do a bike vlog at some point. Be kind of fun. Obviously, can't do one today because it's raining and all. But yeah, my mom continues to do fine. She's adapting to time in the apartment. I think she finally wised up and turned off the TV because she said it was just making her too depressed hearing all the news every day. But she's been reading books and I guess talking to people on the phone, and I guess they're even getting a little bit better with delivering the food and stuff like that. So that's a good thing. Problem is you rub Bite too much and he starts shedding hair all over the place, and now my nose is all itchy. Yeah, that's cool. We got a whole bunch of subscribers for Jeff. I saw that we were kind of jokingly saying maybe we hit 45, and we did that. I was thinking it'd be good if it got you to 40, but then it just kept going. And I saw afterwards that it was up to 45, so that's awesome. Keep hearing things happen on the phone here. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, just alerts. Yeah, I posted this video on the there's a Waco history page that I participate on in Facebook, and they helped me a lot with the with finding things that we're looking for, and they helped me find that, and so I posted that on there. That's actually part of the video you'll see tonight. Thanks, Jeff Kidd. I appreciate that. Yeah, we'll put that into the smoker fund. Definitely going to need one of those before long. I'm seeing the stuff that's coming off of your channel, and it's like, wow, that looks yummy. I'm trying to figure out what Jan is saying. I think she's talking about the worms or the worm here. We had a silkworm that kind of followed me home yesterday after I did the vlog, and I ended up finding it when I was doing the live stream. It's like, oh, check it out, I got like a silkworm in here. And I set it down on the TV tray over there, and it got away. So take the cats on a vlog. Yeah, no, I don't think that would go over well. I don't think they'd be into that. Gonna make a smoked pork chop. That sounds good. You know what? That's a complaint I get all the time when people watch either my live streams or my videos. They say, "Oh man, you're making me hungry." A lot of people like they'll watch my video right before they go to bed, and then I'll do like a cooking vlog or something like that. And it's like, oh man, I was just about to go to bed, and now you got me craving hamburgers or something like that. I don't know. I know nothing about smokers, so I'd probably have to get like a smoking cookbook just to figure out what to do. But watching what Jeff has done, and watching the smoking video, the smoker videos he's done, that's a good place to start, just to kind of figure out how all that works. But just like everything, it's just kind of just practice and figure out what works for you. It took me a while to kind of get the handle of that instant pot too. It's intimidating at first, but you just got to play with it. It's actually a really versatile thing. Does a lot of great stuff. Yeah, that's sort of what I would think. That the lower temperature takes the food a little longer to cook, and it transfers more of the flavor. And then like you say, it depends on the wood that you use. And that's sort of the point of having a smoker, is you want the smoke flavor. So sounds like lower temperatures are the way to go. You have any thoughts on that, Bite, or are you just going to sit down there and stare at the lazy boy chair? Huh? You're just content down there right now, right? Huh? What are you staring at? Staring at the floor. Like, if you're not going to come up here, I'm going to turn this camera back to the normal angle here. Got the Christmas lights on for a purpose, and if I don't even have the camera showing at them, what's the point? Yeah, Jen's right. We got 317 members on the Escaping the Mouse Facebook page. So, go check it out if you're on Facebook and would like to. There's some kind of cool people there. We're having a little bit of fun, sharing some exclusive stuff that you may not get to see everywhere else. Actually, I shared a little bit of exclusive video yesterday. I had an encounter out on the trails yesterday with a deer that ran across the trail right in front of me, and I posted that up on the Facebook page. But you'll get to see that in a day or two when the real video goes up because it's on there too. Block party vlog. Yeah, we'll go to Jeff's house and do a block party vlog. I'm doing well, Jeff. Yeah, I'm keeping myself busy. I talked to my boss this morning. Let him know that I'm still symptom free and ready to go back to work. And they said, yeah, we're ready to have you back. So obviously they finished up the maintenance on all the machines, so everything should be working again. I was looking at the camera, my hair is sticking up in a funny angle there. Yeah, I'm getting stir crazy being around here. Because I've been here now since May. I've been unemployed up until about 4 weeks ago, and then get 2 weeks into it, and all of a sudden I'm on quarantine again. So yeah, there are two escaping the mouses on Facebook. There's only one of them that has any members though. We tried creating one at one point early on, and for some reason it didn't register me as the admin, even though I am the admin, and I can't delete it because I'm not the admin, even though I created the page. And so there's one of them that's abandoned, and there's one that isn't. And basically, the one you want to look for is the one that has my little Mickey profile with the cowboy hat and the red background as the thumbnail picture, and that's the one. And like I said, Jan here, she's the admin slash moderator for the page. I am too, but she's basically running the page and kind of keeping things going. So she'll hop on it real quick when you request to join. I get the alerts on my Facebook also when someone wants to join, but unless it's someone I know specifically, then I'll kind of let Jan deal with that. I know when, like for instance, when my friend Beth joined that page, I was the one that approved her, and her father joined the page, and I approved him. But for the most part, it's been Jan that's doing all that stuff. Yeah, smoked turkey sounds good. I agree. Because I think of the two Escaping the Mouse pages, one of them's called Escaping a Mouse, The Escapees, or something like that. That's the wrong one. That's the one that we're trying to kill. But if you if you find the right one, you'll look at it and you'll get signed in, and then you'll know. Yeah, I have different names for different Facebook pages too. It all depending on what the particular interest is. Yeah, I've seen your name pop up on the Facebook page. Do I do Instagram? No, I've never gotten onto Instagram. You know, about the limit of social media for me is Facebook and YouTube. I was on MySpace when that was a thing, and I did Twitter for a little while, but kind of gave up on that. So right now it's just YouTube and Facebook. That's all I do. No, that isn't vodka, people. It's water, and it's not water that I hoarded. It's water I've had since before all this started. Oh yeah, Joey tried to do the wrong one. Well, let's see if I can. I could probably go to another tab on here, but I don't know if it'll end the live stream if I do that. But like I said, there's one that's called let's see here. It's called it's called Just Escaping the Mouse. It's the one right at the top there. That's the one you want to have. And then it looks like it has pictures of Jam's cats here. So yeah, that's the page. So definitely, I see that there's a couple of new member requests there. So obviously, a couple of you are asking. Like I said, I usually let Jan take care of that because she's running the page for the most part. Yeah, if you could just give them, if you give them like a link or something like that. Let me see if I can figure out where we are here. Because right now it appears to me like we're all up to date. 2 member requests. Okay, yeah, Joey Robinson, I see you on the right one. I'm going to approve you right now. And Lori Kitchens Hilton, I'm going to approve you too. I don't know if you're on here now, but I just approved you, Joey, so that's the right one. Yeah, I see Lori Bell 48. There was a Lori Kitchens. Is that you? Yeah, okay. So yeah, you should be good to go now. So you're on the right one. That's the official Facebook channel. So anyway, go check it out. Go do some comments. We're doing our thing here. Yeah, it looks like Lori Bell was one of the people that I just let in. So imagine what fun is to be had after all this. Yeah, you're right. It is 316 members. Is that where we are now? 318 members now. Because it was 316 before the 2 new members here, before Joey and Lori. So we got more members pending. I only saw 2 on there, but I don't know. Maybe it isn't all popping up on the phone. That's cool, Jeff. I look forward to watching it. And I mean, I'm at the 2 hour mark here now too. So I think I'm going to discontinue this right now. We'll come back tomorrow. Probably tomorrow will be a later in the day one. I think that's how I'm doing it right now. I'm going to probably stick with just doing one 2 hour live stream a day, and we'll do one earlier in the day and one later in the day. And so tomorrow will be later in the day, probably, early afternoon, middle afternoon, something like that. So I think that's all that I have for today. So thanks everyone for stopping by. My new video goes live in looks like about 4.5 hours. I hope you enjoy that. And thank you for watching. See you next time, guys.